Hello and welcome back. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to allocate resources and execute work orders assigned to a delivery lead. Let's dive into the delivery lead workbench to see how this process unfolds, focusing on our delivery lead, Diana Lawrence, where we can view all work orders assigned to the Diana Lawrence. Here we have work order number 40, which is currently being processed. All the required information and resource needs have been populated for this job. Now, there are different types of resources required to complete this work order, and some of them are already available to the delivery lead. For example, Deanna, our delivery lead, already has a helper assigned and a Toyota Hilux pickup vehicle. Since these are already assigned, they don't need to be allocated again. You'll notice a thumbs up icon next to these resources, indicating that the resource and its quantity are confirmed. However, for the resources that aren't available yet, we'll need to allocate them. An important point here, as per the contractual agreement, the client must provide some of the required resources. In this case, the client is responsible for supplying specific materials and a particular tool. To ensure readiness, before the work order starts, the service lead needs to contact the client and confirm that these resources are available on site. Once confirmed, we can mark these resources as, quote, completed or verified in the system. To do that, click the Edit button next to each item. Update the status as completed or verified. Press OK, and you'll see a thumbs up icon, indicating that the resource is confirmed. Repeat this step for each client-responsible item. Let's say one of the tools, like the permanent magnetic yoke, is the client's responsibility, but they ask the service provider to bring it instead and agree to cover the cost. In such case, we can update the system accordingly. By editing the resource allocation, we can transfer responsibility from the client to the service provider. This will now become a billable item, and the agreed add-on charges will be added automatically. Once that's updated, click OK. Now, let's address resources that need internal allocations. What's still pending? We still need to handle a few remaining allocations. A heavy vehicle driver, not available in the current crew and must be allocated. One material item, calcium carbonate. This is still the client's responsibility. Like before, we verify with the client. Upon confirmation, we can mark it as completed in the system and move on. Next, we need to issue another material, in this case, 3 mm core, quantity 3, for which the service provider is responsible, but it's not available with the delivery lead. This item needs to be issued from the store. Here's how we do it. Go to the outgoing stock application, press Add, set the receiver type as delivery lead. Choose the reason. Here, it's customer service. Select the delivery lead. In this case, it's Diana Lawrence. Choose the task number. Work order number 40. Set transaction type to consumable. Enter who is receiving the material, either Diana or someone assigned. You can add any remarks if you want. Press Save. Now the system automatically shows the required item and quantity. Simply press Edit, confirm the quantity, add remarks if needed, and press Save again. Once done, this material is now marked as issued. Now let's go back to the delivery lead workbench. We'll see that the newly issued item is marked with a thumbs up, showing it's ready to go. At this point, all materials are ready. The only remaining item is the heavy vehicle driver. That still needs to be allocated, which we'll allocate in the next video. And that's it for this video. We've successfully walked through how to allocate and confirm both client-provided and internally issued resources for work order number 40. In our next video, we'll go ahead and allocate the heavy vehicle driver and start executing the work order. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.